Hey, welcome to the Daily Beard for April 6th, 2019. Let me get this out of the way. Shazam! Okay, so this is about Shazam. Now, Shazam is a movie that just came out. It's part of the DC universe, but we'll get to that. So, I saw Shazam twice on Friday. I saw it in the morning for work with my buddy Jack, who I go see movies with. Jack's not his real name, but that's, you know that if you've watched these. And so I saw him on Friday morning, and then I went out Friday night with my youngest daughter, Zion, my wife. My oldest daughter, Marjade, wasn't feeling well, so she didn't come. But we went and saw it with my buddy Zach and his dad, Rob, who's also a friend of mine. So we went and saw this, and so I've seen it twice. Let me tell you about it. So if you don't know, Shazam is about this kid named Billy Batson who gets these superpowers from a wizard. Basically, there's this wizard who passes on powers, and he's been trying to find someone who's pure of heart for years. And the movie starts with this kid who he tells isn't pure of heart, and so this kid spends the rest of his life trying to get back there to get the powers. And then he kind of does, but he gets the bad powers. I'm not explaining this well. Anyways, Billy Batson basically gets these powers from this wizard. And so he becomes basically Superman. He's strong, he can fly, he doesn't have heat vision. He has fingertip lightning, so he literally lightning out his fingertips. And he's a 14-year-old kid that's a foster kid that's run away from a bunch of foster homes. He's rough around the edges, and he gets these powers because the wizard's basically desperate and basically gives them to him and says, hope for the best, here you go. And then the supervillain wants the powers, and you got this movie. Now, he's a foster kid that's just come to a new foster home, and so his foster family is like trying to help him be a better person, and he's not really wanting it. He's looking for his mom, his original mom, and because he's been looking for her for years. And the story is basically how this, like, it's a 14-year-old kid that all of a sudden can have the power of Superman, basically. What would most 14-year-old kids do with that? I know a bunch of 14-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids. I know a ton of them because of small group. So I know exactly what they do. And pretty much they would do exactly what he does. They use them for doing things they shouldn't be doing, or goofing off, or making money, or whatever they want to do. And then the villain tries to take it, and the big battle happens, and it's really good. Now, this movie is great. It's tons of fun. It has, it's cast perfectly. Zachary Levi as Shazam. Great. Billy Batson, the younger kid, who is still Shazam, but is the younger kid, played by a guy named Asher Angel, I think, or Angel Asher. I think Asher Angel. Gives a really decent performance. His stepfamily gives a really good performance, especially the guy who plays his brother. And Mark Strong is the bad guy, and he does a great job. And his bad guy is actually fairly relatable because he's a guy who's been kicked around a lot, who basically has been told he's never good enough, and he's like, fine, then I'm never good enough. I won't be a good person. I'll be a bad person. This is great. It's fun. Most of the comedy hits really well. The action scenes work well. I don't know. It's filmed in Toronto for a lot of it. It's set in Philadelphia, filmed in Toronto. I knew a lot of the places. If you're hearing knocking, that's my ferret. I have a ferret. Anyway. But yeah, so Shazam. I give it 4 out of 5, 4 beards out of 5. I haven't bearded anything for a while. Watch this movie. It's tons of fun. You don't need to know anything about superheroes to enjoy it. It's pretty much like it's set in the DC universe, so there's lots of references to Batman and Superman and stuff, but you don't have to really know anything about them, which, like, other than, oh, I know who Batman is. You don't have to have seen any other movie to enjoy this one. So that's it. Watch Shazam. It's a good time. So thanks for watching. Have a good week. God bless.